that you, Mr. Knighton, are not the father.
That's a lie.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Shak-Reacts here once again, and today's some crazy clips of the worst single mothers I can find. And like always, guys, my favorite clip will be at the end. But in this first one, it is absolutely wild. This man just found out that he's not the father.
Is the father 72 hours? He has a tattoo on his private parts. He is not the father. He is not the father. How many times do I have to say that? No, I don't want to see a tattoo. All I want to see was these numbers, to see what the probability was going to look like of him being the father. He is not the father. Now,
that was way too much, by the way.
You have a tattoo. Excuse me. You know what? I don't even see why you all need to be having a conversation right now.
I agree.
You are not the father, which means that you will not be placed on any type of child support or anything today. Now, you, Miss McKinney, you do have the right to petition someone else who you may think is the father.
There is no one else, Your Honor. It was him. He has a tattoo on his private part. I was with him and the tattoo for 72 hours. I know what I felt. I know what I saw. Okay, it was him.
Well, there is a probability of something else, though.
Okay.
You were probably with somebody else, too, within that previous 72 hours.
Oh, Your Honor, you tried it.
There's no shade. Just facts.
So wait a minute, how is this woman getting offended from straight facts? Regardless on who this woman also hooked up with in those 72 hours, this guy is free to go and he definitely doesn't have to deal with her anymore.
My ex-boyfriend told me that, married or not, if I ever had his baby, that he would want a DNA test before he would accept that child as his own. When he told me that, I was like, what? It honestly pissed me off. We got into it. I was telling him how he made it seem like he didn't trust me and all these different things. And he was saying, no, that's not it. You don't understand because you're a woman and you would never have to question if that child is yours or not once you have it. Even if you trust someone, you could still have that small percentage of a chance that that child is truly not yours. And then he was saying how if it truly is my child, then what is the issue?
Honestly, I really appreciate how she changed her mind later on. Sometimes that's all it needs. It's just a simple conversation to explain your perspective. And the reality is, from a man's perspective, we have absolutely everything to lose, while the woman can pretty much just be stress-free.
I ain't no real. I'm a father who's never been to jail on his kids.
You snitching on your own kids.
I'm not. I will. You goddamn right. I will.
Exactly.
You goddamn right. I snitch on my own son, but I ain't gonna show my hole in my ass my to get no money. And I hope my daughter don't either, cause she graduated this year at 15 and her daddy bought her a car. She ain't got to go finesse no man for it. Daddy been here since day one.
So she's calling this man not a real man, all because what? He doesn't want to raise bad kids? You're the one that does OnlyFans. She really has no right to talk because you're not a real lady either. You literally belong in the street.
You a poppin'.
Don't touch my face.
Oh, I'm sorry. You a good girl.
Stop rubbing on me. Thank you.
She need to do what?
Just need to pull that up.
What you pointing to? Why you say she need to pull that up?
She already got a boyfriend, but no more mans need to see that.
Now this pretty much just proves that honestly, being modest is something that even kids understand. Do you guys think that this little girl is now very insecure for telling this other woman to lift her shirt up and not show herself to other men? Because I highly doubt that.
Marry a girl with a BBL. No? Why?
You gotta get a big ass. You probably have some type of insecurity within yourself that probably leak into other areas of your life, and it'll probably make our relationship very difficult. So
Would you rather date a fitness girl then?
I like fit girls.
Honestly, I agree with this. If you really think you have to buy your way into beauty and other people's approval, you're definitely insecure and no amount of money is gonna fix that.
You already know
Brian.
about you.
Right.
Let's go ahead and take a look at your journey on Pop the Balloon.
How many kids you got?
I got 3.
You got 3?
Yep.
How many baby daddies?
I have 3.
You got 3 baby daddies.
Yes.
Okay. How many kids you have?
I have 2.
How many baby daddies?
2.
2? Okay. So you didn't think after the first one that you wanted to marry the next one?
No.
No? How many kids you have?
Preference. I have 3.
You have
25,
3?
18, and 12.
Okay. How many baby daddies?
2.
2. Okay. But I just want you to understand, when it comes to a man of top tier, we give you a few from one man. If you have multiple from a different man, that disqualifies yourself.
So it disqualifies a top tier.
He said nothing wrong. It's like, damn, your decision-making skills are horrible.
Now, I absolutely love how he started talking to each woman by asking them the question, how many kids do they have and how many baby daddies? Because the answer to those questions is pretty much everything you need to know about that woman. If she has more than one baby daddy, you already understand that no matter what you do for this woman, she's not gonna act right. She had too many failed chances in the past, and the chances of you fixing it are very slim.
30%.
That's 30% of all men who go to actually get paternity tested turn out to not be the father. So out of every 100, 30 of those will not be the dad.
And this is exactly why we should make it illegal for a woman to lie about who the kid belongs to. Because if the man ends up raising a kid his entire life that's not even his, that woman should go to prison for the exact same amount of time.
I had no idea there was such a disdain for single moms up until this post. And I'm really perplexed by this because single moms are where it's at. We have unlimited supply of snacks, juice boxes, water bottles, baby wipes, because you never know when you're going to spill. I can whip up the most elaborate meal on the planet with the most random ass that I've got in the pantry just to fill your belly. You're fucking missing out, bro.
This woman's really trying to sell herself in this kind of way, but the reality is, you can keep this. This just really shows how hard single mothers have it when it comes to finding a new spouse.
All right, the doctor walks in and tells me I'm in good health, but I'm sterile. I'm like, what you talking about I'm sterile? I got 3 kids. I don't make no damn sense to me. I don't understand I'm sterile. I don't know. It blows my mind. You know, I got 3 kids. One's 15, one's 12, one's 7. So I'm like, I don't understand that. So anyway, I go home and I just start thinking, it's gotta be my kids. But I started thinking about the fact that every time we watch like those Ancestry.com commercials, they come on and my wife kind of always turns the channel. I'm like, why you always turn it? I notice you always turn the channel. She's like, those are stupid. They don't even work. And I'm like, anyway, I started really thinking, I'm like, if I'm sterile, and the doctor said I've always been sterile. It's not like something that, you know, it's always been genetically since I was born. I started thinking, I'm like, man, I'm gonna have to go ahead and get these kids tested. You know, I really didn't want to. I wanted to believe that my wife wouldn't do this to me, but I have to get my kids tested.
So the video is pretty long, but basically, after he found out the kids weren't his, he decides to come up with a plan as revenge. And I guess he ends up going super wild on his wife's birthdays and invites all of her friends. Now, let me just say, I guess he also finds out who the fathers are and invites them as well. Keep listening, it does get more intense.
So I secretly get a little sample of all of them. I go to the damn, what is it, the Ancestry.com place or whatever. And anyway, get them tested. Then I think about this. My wife got a birthday coming up. We're going to throw this big birthday bash. We already been planned on it. So, you know, basically I got the whole birthday bash planned. And then basically what happens is I get all of our families there. Birthday bash. I get the popular mixologist in town. Chief of police comes because he works with my wife sometimes at our company. So chief of police, this whole big thing, you know, because I want to make a big splash. It's her birthday, you see. So what ends up happening at a certain point, we bring the big birthday cake out. You know those big birthday cakes you see on the movies? Got one of those big ones. And then I had a woman come out and she held up the sign that said, "You lying bee." And it blew everyone's mind. It blew her mind. What is this about? What is this about? And I was like, you know what? Know what this is about? It's about the fact that this mixologist is his son. Hey, let meet your daddy right here. I straight up had to tell him, this is your dad. Chief of police, hey, this is your... So 15-year-old mixologist, that's his daddy. Chief of police, 12-year-old, that's his daddy. And I mean, I was hurt.
So this revenge tactic was definitely A1. He decided to expose this woman in front of everyone at the party. Not only that, bring the real fathers along. But one thing is pretty insane, and that is, she ended up cheating on him not with one man, but multiple. And really wanted this man to believe his entire life that those kids were his and she wouldn't have never told him. These women need to be held accountable because even though this was a good revenge tactic, it's still not enough. It's not gonna save up the years this man wasted in his life, the amount of money he wasted, and especially the emotional impact it had on him. Send this woman to prison, please.
I absolutely went into marriage knowing I was going to become a divorcee. There was no question in my mind. I knew at some point we would get divorced. The only question mark was when.
So then why did you get married?
And obviously I don't want to get married ever again. However, double divorcee is a term that I'm living for.
This genuinely breaks my heart, man. You know, knowing that there was some dude out here that thought this woman was gonna be with him for the rest of his life. You know, like, and this is the whole problem, is that Once you take those vows, you're supposed to be with that person forever. You know what I'm saying? It breaks my heart.
At this point, I don't understand why women like this want to get married. It's like they have a little checklist in their head and they need to get as much things crossed off as possible. That includes getting married and I guess also getting divorced.
There's 99.9% not compatible. So you got pregnant around the time you were with me.
Are you crazy?
No, it's nothing to go back about. Who was you f***ing?
Currently, right now, there's a huge debate on whether or not paternity tests should be mandatory. A lot of women are against it, to no surprise whatsoever. A lot of them are saying that they would divorce their husband immediately if he asked them for a paternity test.
This is the craziest gaslighting tactic ever. Imagine a man simply saying, hey, I'm worried these kids are not mine. He's having the courage to have a serious conversation with you about it, and you decide to immediately shut it down by saying, you know what, instead of actually doing that, we're just gonna get a divorce. I mean, at that point, just tell me you're guilty without telling me you're guilty. No woman should ever act like that, ever.
Don't have friends. And society starts to make a lot more sense when you realize that men don't have friends. And I know you're probably on the other side of the screen right now thinking, yeah, no, that's impossible. My man hangs out with his homeboys literally all the time. So, like, clearly he has friends. And to that, I raise the question,
man, shut the fuck up! God damn, bro! Shut the fuck up! I done seen like 4, 5 dumbass bitches say some dumbass shit like this. Damn, bro, like, but y'all, but y'all go on motherfucking trips to Miami and fall out in 6 hours. And y'all start y'all fall out in 6 hours and goddamn get to telling who panties dirty. But we not friends. Fuck up, man. That shit. Them motherfuckers just be talking.
For real? Or do they just share a common interest? Because if you observe male friendships, you'll quickly realize that the way that they act towards each other is entirely opposite to the way that women interact with each other. Like, if you really listen to a man talk about his homeboys for real, it's not giving friend. It's
hey.
Yeah, I really have no idea what this woman is on. In my opinion, male friendships are definitely the best kind of friendships you can have. We can get into arguments, immediately get over it within a couple minutes. We don't hold grudges. We don't gossip as much. And that's exactly why a lot of women say they would rather have male friends than girlfriends.
As we were bringing in the wedding cake, they accidentally dropped it. And the bride was standing there watching, just stunned. But her husband's reaction showed that she married a good one. Going over there and eating it off the ground, waving her over.
Now, if you guys are very curious on what kind of man every single woman should choose, it should be a man like this. A guy who still tries his best to make his woman happy, instead of the ones who are usually selling drugs in the street or in prison.
Having a really hard day and I tried to get ready. That women tend to be happier when they are single.
I could have married a lot of the people that I've dated.
Okay, I turned 40 this year and I've never been in love. I've never been in a relationship.
If you hear something or an update about your ex and it just kills you.
Women tend to be happier when they are single.
Struggling financially, being alone, having no one there to talk to as you age, you know, no kids.
And I always thought I would have kids. I thought I would be married by now. And now the closer I get to it, and I'm scared. I don't know.
I know none of y'all feel bad for these women, and rightfully so. A lot of you guys are probably thinking they get what they deserve. But I think they do deserve a little bit of empathy in the fact that they've been lied to. They've been lied to by society, by their parents, by school, by culture, by movies, etc. To believe that being a boss babe and being strong and independent, getting that degree and entering the corporate life, all of that stuff was the most important thing you can do. Those are the things that will bring you fulfillment in life. And all of these studies are showing that older women who are single are much happier. Do a quick search, you'll find dozens of them. When you find unbiased studies that are just researching the population as a whole, they say quite the opposite. And it's just hard to decipher the truth anymore. And as men, we need to stop teaching our daughters these false beliefs.
Yeah, guys, you guys can believe in depression or not, but in my opinion, if depression really does exist and it's a real thing, I think it exists in these kind of women. The kind of women where they really have no one around them, no family, no kids, no husband, a lonely house, your old age, and no one to really take care of you. Because there comes a certain age where you're not really with someone because you only want to have fun and you love them, but you guys take care of one another. And a lot of the times, women like this put themselves in like retirement homes, which is super expensive first off, and also very depressing.
Are you ready for the results?
Yes, I'm ready.
When it comes to the paternity of 3-year-old Sage Catron, that you, Mr. Knighton, are not the father.
That's a lie. That test must be a lie.
Let me just say this, Miss Corella. A lot of things can lie.
He can lie, you can lie. The DNA does not lie. It is what it is.
It's over.
Okay. Are you ready to disclose who the father is?
Sure. The father would be the man that was in that video.
So,
I knew it.
So the manager?
Yes.
See, Your Honor,
yes,
she owes
it
me
was the
some
man
money
in that
at least
video.
for that.
No, sir.
She owes me something, Your Honor.
What you got, Mr. Knighton, is your freedom.
So-
So run with it.
Oh yeah, you right about that. I'm free from this problem. Right.
Now, I've definitely showed a lot of clips on this channel of the kid not being the father's, and a lot of the time the father gets super happy. He's like, hey, this isn't my responsibility anymore. But on the flip side, there's also a bunch of men who get really attached to this kid, who really think it's their child, and have to sadly realize that it's not theirs anymore. And if you guys paid attention in the clip, this man wanted further compensation by saying there's no way this woman can just simply live her life and get away with this, because he fully understands how damaging this is, and it was to him. Sadly, the only thing the judge has said is, oh, at least you're free now. Hell no. Like I said, in my opinion, this should be completely illegal, and this man should either be compensated financially, or this woman should just be sent to prison. But anyways, just in my opinion, guys, because that does wrap it up. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys do want more content just like this, please watch the videos you guys see at the top screen. It does my channel a lot, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. Peace.